Hey guys, just here for a little deck discussion. It's not something I ever had to think about before, but card stock is pretty important. I have 4 different decks here, 2 Oracle and 2 Tarot. And I kind of just want to go through what makes a difference in a deck. And the thickness difference between this Oracle deck that I'm holding and the Tarot deck that's I'm picking up next here is remarkably different. And it feels so more than it looks. Obviously, it's going to be really hard to tell the difference in thickness just in me holding them here. The way these cards bend different is also pretty important, and I've learned that other people feel this way too, how a deck feels in one's hand. Each of these have kind of a different bendability to them. Some of them are more thick and harder to push around. That Oracle deck, the Nocturna Oracle, is really flimsy, and I like that about it, but there's other drawbacks as well. And maybe it's a bit of a pickiness, but I think everybody does end up with their own preferences, especially if they use a lot of different decks a lot. You know, your hands come across different comfort levels in these things. The Nocturna Oracle also has a texture that I'm unsure if I like it or not, or if it's kind of distracting to the art. Each of these also has a different finish. That's my Daily Driver deck, I guess, and it's very, very matte, to the point where I leave my own fingerprints on it. Again, not something I expected, but I love that deck anyhow. The Bridge Oracle by Katie Webb has probably the most comfortable feel of all 4 of these, honestly, and the right thickness as well. Those 2 Oracle decks, I'd say, are actually the most comfortable to use. And then the Key Tarot and the Naked Heart Tarot, that's that one right there. All the artwork on these and the pictures I love. These are 4 absolute favorite things of mine. But they all also feel absolutely different in my hands. In fact, that one is so slippery it doesn't stay where it's put, so a little slip test is kind of good. Yeah, that one moves. Much more stable, a bit more slippery, that thin deck. And I think the Bridge, honestly, that Oracle deck feels the best. It's the winner. Just feels the best in one's hands. And not having samples from a publisher means I'm gonna kind of be in a bit of a crapshoot situation. But I feel like cardstock's important. I hope other people might think about this as much as I do, and that I make the right choice.